Have you ever imagined stepping into a city where every building, every wall, every tile tells a story from centuries ago? A place so vast and rich in history that it feels like a world within a city. This is the essence of the Forbidden City in Beijing, China, a breathtaking imperial palace complex that stands as a symbol of Chinese culture, power, and architectural genius. The Forbidden City was built between 1406 and 1420 during the Ming Dynasty under Emperor Yongle. It was designed as the home of emperors and the political heart of China for almost 500 years, spanning both the Ming and Qing dynasties. Enclosed by tall, formidable walls and surrounded by a wide, deep moat, the Forbidden City covers an area of around 720,000 square meters, which is roughly 178 acres or 3 times the size of the Louvre Museum in Paris. Within this massive rectangle lie nearly 1,000 buildings, 980 to be exact, with over 8,700 rooms arranged around 90 courtyards. The layout of the Forbidden City is a masterpiece of symmetry and feng shui, deeply rooted in Chinese philosophical and cosmological beliefs. The complex is aligned along a central north-south axis, which extends beyond the palace grounds through the streets of Beijing. This axis reflects the traditional Chinese value of balance and order, and mirrors the emperor's role as the cosmic center uniting heaven and earth. The palace is divided into 2 main parts. The outer court, located in the southern section, was the site for state ceremonies and grand political affairs. It is here that the emperor would hold court, greet foreign envoys, and perform important rituals. The thousands of visitors and officials would gather in its vast courtyards, bordered by the grand halls, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the Hall of Central Harmony, and the Hall of Preserving Harmony. These halls, situated one after another along the central axis, represent the immense power and dignity of the emperor. The Hall of Supreme Harmony is particularly impressive, standing over 35 meters tall with a roof covered in golden tiles, symbolizing imperial majesty. Its grandeur is intended to awe visitors and reinforce the emperor's authority as the Son of Heaven. Beyond the outer court lies the more private inner court, where the emperor and his family lived. Here, the design shifts to emphasize intimacy and domestic life, with buildings arranged to foster privacy and comfort away from the public eye. Notable buildings include the Palace of Heavenly Purity, the emperor's main residence for much of the Ming Dynasty, and the Hall of Celestial and Terrestrial Union, where the emperor and empress held banquets. The inner complex also contained numerous residences for concubines, court officials, and imperial servants, arranged with careful thought to hierarchy and function. At the northern end of the complex is the Imperial Garden, a peaceful retreat filled with ancient trees, rock formations, and delicate pavilions, offering a rare glimpse of nature within the Grand Palace. The architecture of the Forbidden City is a stunning example of traditional Chinese wooden construction. Remarkably, the walls in most buildings are not load-bearing. Instead, the structures rely on intricate wooden frameworks of columns and beams. The buildings feature sweeping hip roofs that curve upwards at the corners, decorated with mythical creatures that serve both aesthetic and symbolic purposes, guardians meant to protect the palace from evil spirits. The iconic yellow glazed tiles that cover many roofs signify the emperor's exclusivity, as yellow was reserved for imperial use. Red painted walls contrast vividly with white marble bases, enhancing both the palace's beauty and its message of power. Entering the Forbidden City through its Meridian Gate, travelers step onto the Imperial Way, an impressive stone path running along the main axis, lined with carved dragons and lions, symbols of strength and protection. Only the emperor was allowed to walk this central path, except under extraordinary circumstances. The gate itself is grand, with 5 arched entryways and 2 wings extending on either side, creating a majestic entrance to this ancient palace. At the fortified corners of the palace walls are beautifully constructed towers, each with multiple levels and intricate designs inspired by famous ancient Chinese pavilions. These towers were part of the palace's defensive system, but also became iconic features visible from outside the city, inspiring stories and legends among the people of Beijing. The construction of the Forbidden City was an incredible feat of engineering and human labor. It took 14 years and more than 1 million workers, including artisans, carpenters, and laborers spread across China. Giant timbers were transported from distant provinces, and specialty stones, bricks, and ornamental tiles were brought from afar, using complex systems of rivers and roads. One famous story tells of a huge stone used behind the Hall of Preserving Harmony that was dragged for more than 70 miles using ice roads during winter, a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the builders. Life inside the Forbidden City was strictly regulated by palace rules, designed to reflect the emperor's divine status. Ordinary citizens were forbidden from entering. Even among nobles and officials, access was carefully restricted. The emperor's daily schedule, court rituals, and even the layout of rooms followed rigid protocols meant to maintain order and hierarchy. Throughout centuries, the Forbidden City witnessed the rise and fall of emperors, the intrigues of court politics, and the flow of Chinese history. It was the stage of imperial ceremonies, celebrations, and governance of one of the world's most enduring empires. The palace holds treasures of art, precious ceramics, jade, calligraphy, and imperial robes, reflecting the richness of Chinese culture. Today, the Forbidden City is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited historical monuments on the planet. It gives millions a window into China's imperial past and architectural brilliance. Walking through its vast courtyards and halls is like stepping back in time, appreciating both the human achievement and the cultural depth embedded in its red walls and golden roofs. The Forbidden City reminds us how architecture can express values, power, and identity. It reveals the importance of tradition and the extraordinary craftsmanship of generations that built a palace worthy of emperors. This story of the Forbidden City is both a journey into history and an awe-inspiring exploration of human creativity. If you enjoyed learning about this magnificent palace and want to explore more breathtaking stories from around the world, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more documentaries, and share it with friends and family. Join us as we continue to uncover the hidden wonders of our shared history. Thank you for watching.